Right now, while you're watching this, something is happening inside your eyes. Tiny light-sensitive cells are wearing down quietly. You can't feel it. You can't see it yet. But it's happening every single second. Most people never notice when this begins. Vision doesn't fail loudly. It fades in small ways. Headlights feel harsher at night. Words don't snap into focus as quickly. Eyes feel dry or heavy in the morning. And because it happens slowly, people assume it's normal. They adjust. They ignore it. They move on. Here's what almost no one is told. Your eyes are designed to recover and restore at night, not during the day. While you sleep, blood flow to the retina increases, inflammation settles down, and the body begins repairing the cells that support clear vision. But that process only works when the right nutrients are already present. When they're missing, the breakdown continues, night after night. That's why so much advice falls short. Eye drops only coat the surface. Glasses correct what's already been lost. And many people take supplements at the wrong time, in the wrong way, long after the window for repair has passed. The signal never reaches the eye when it matters most. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 8 simple foods that help support your eye's natural nighttime repair process. We'll start with number 8, a food most people walk past every week without realizing what it does. Then we'll count down to number 1. That final one surprises almost everyone. It's familiar, it's inexpensive, and when used correctly, even 1 spoon can make a noticeable difference by morning. By the end of this video, you'll understand when your eyes actually heal. And once that clicks, many of your past habits will finally start to make sense. Food number 8. Sweet potato. Sweet potatoes are easy to overlook. They feel basic. Too simple to matter. But that assumption quietly costs vision, because this isn't comfort food. It's structural nutrition for the eyes. That deep orange color comes from beta-carotene. The body converts it into vitamin A, which the eye uses for one critical job: rebuilding rhodopsin. Rhodopsin is the light-sensitive compound that allows vision in low light. When levels drop, night vision weakens, glare sharpens, and headlights feel harsh instead of manageable. What most people never hear is about timing. Rhodopsin isn't rebuilt during the day. That repair happens at night, during deep rest. But it only works if vitamin A is already available when sleep begins. If it isn't, the repair window closes and the loss continues quietly. Sweet potatoes support this process in a simple, effective way. Eaten in the evening, beta-carotene is absorbed and released into circulation right as the eyes prepare for repair. It's not stimulation, it's supply. Preparation matters. Gentle baking or steaming works best. Keep the skin on, and always include fat. Butter or olive oil helps beta-carotene absorb. Without it, much of the benefit is lost. Earlier evening timing works best. About 90 minutes before bed allows digestion to settle so nutrients are ready when repair begins. What shows up isn't dramatic change, but relief. Less glare at night. Smoother shifts between light and dark. Eyes that feel steadier instead of strained. That's not coincidence. It's the retina finally getting what it's been missing. Food number 7. Wild-caught salmon. When eyes feel dry, tired, or strained even on calm days, that isn't fatigue. It's structure wearing down. The kind you don't see, but feel every time light hits your eyes a little too sharply. At the center of this is the retina. It's thin, delicate, and built largely from one specific fat, DHA. DHA is the flexible material that allows light-sensing cells to respond smoothly and send clean signals to the brain. When DHA is abundant, vision feels steady. When it runs low, glare sharpens, focus slows, and detail softens. The problem is simple. The body cannot make enough DHA on its own. As intake declines over time, the retina loses its natural cushioning. Vision doesn't disappear. It just becomes less reliable. Reading feels harder. Screens feel harsher. Night driving feels uncomfortable. Wild-caught salmon helps replace what's missing, not by stimulating the eyes, but by restoring structure. Salmon delivers DHA in a form the retina uses directly. When eaten in the evening, those fats circulate during the same window when the eyes perform maintenance. Vision doesn't feel suddenly sharper. It feels calmer and more stable. Salmon also contains astaxanthin, the pigment that protects the retina from accumulated light damage. Think of it as internal filtration, not blocking light, but reducing the wear it causes over time. Quality matters. Farmed salmon contains far less DHA and little protective pigment. Wild-caught salmon, especially Alaskan varieties, delivers what the eyes actually need. Prepare it gently. Avoid high heat. A small portion is enough. Earlier evening works best. About 2 hours before bed allows digestion to settle so nutrients are available when repair begins. What shows up first is subtle. Less dryness in the morning. Less sting from headlights. Eyes that feel steadier instead of overworked. That's not coincidence. That's structure being restored instead of slowly lost. Food number 6. Goji berries. They're small, bright red, easy to overlook. But these berries supported human eyesight long before eye charts, prescriptions, and screens filled daily life. Goji berries are one of the richest natural sources of zeaxanthin. This isn't a general antioxidant. It has a specific destination inside the eye, the macula. That central area of the retina controls sharp focus, reading, and recognizing faces. Zeaxanthin works like an internal light filter. It absorbs excess blue light and protects delicate cells from the oxidative stress that builds up over time. When zeaxanthin levels decline, the macula thins. Contrast fades. Bright light feels irritating. Details lose their edge. Many people assume their eyes are tired or dry. In reality, the protective layer is wearing down. What sets goji berries apart is concentration. They deliver zeaxanthin in amounts most foods simply don't. When eaten in the evening, that pigment reaches the eyes during the period when the retina is most receptive to repair. Blood flow increases at night. Nutrients are drawn in. Protection is restored if the supply is there. A small handful in the evening is enough. More doesn't help. This isn't about overload. It's about consistency. If the berries feel too dry, soaking them briefly softens the skin and improves absorption. Pairing them with a little fat or plain yogurt supports uptake. One thing to avoid is pairing them with stimulants. Coffee and strong tea interfere with zeaxanthin absorption. Evening is when goji berries do their best work. What shows up first isn't dramatic change, but stability. Less blur in bright light. Less strain by evening. Reading that feels easier instead of forced. That's not a supplement effect. It's nourishment reaching the macula when it finally has time to accept it. Quiet protection. Night after night. Food number 5. Organic egg yolks. There's a reason the center of the egg is golden. That color isn't decoration. It's information. And for your eyes, it matters more than most capsules on a shelf. Egg yolks provide 2 pigments the retina depends on, lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds form the protective layer in the macula, the part of the eye responsible for sharp detail, contrast, and color. When that layer thins, vision doesn't disappear. It dulls. Fine print becomes harder. Glare lingers. Colors lose depth. It's often blamed on age, but it's usually nutrient loss. What makes egg yolks different is delivery. Unlike vegetables or supplements, lutein and zeaxanthin in yolks are already bound to natural fats. That means absorption is far more efficient. No conversion, no guesswork. The pigments move through digestion and reach the retina intact. This becomes especially important at night. During sleep, blood flow to the retina increases, and the macula pulls in pigments to rebuild its protective shield. When these nutrients are available, repair happens quietly. When they're missing, thinning continues. How you cook eggs matters. High heat damages these pigments. Gentle cooking works best. Soft, scrambled, or lightly poached keeps the yolk intact. That's where the value is. Quality matters as well. Pasture-raised or organic eggs have deeper color for a reason. Chickens that eat greens produce yolks richer in the pigments your eyes recognize. Pale yolks usually signal lower density. Earlier evening works best. 1 or 2 yolks, paired with a little butter or olive oil, are enough. Heavy late meals interfere with digestion. Calm digestion allows nutrients to be available when repair begins. Those who bring egg yolks back into their routine don't talk about miracles. They talk about clarity, less glare, better contrast, eyes that feel nourished instead of strained. That's not hype. That's the macula being supported the way nature designed. Food number 4, bilberries. Long before night vision technology existed, pilots relied on a small, dark berry in the cockpit. Not because it was mystical, because it worked. Bilberries earned their reputation quietly, through function, not hype. Bilberries are rich in anthocyanins. These deep purple pigments support the eye in a very specific way. They strengthen tiny blood vessels in the retina and improve microcirculation, especially under low-light conditions. When circulation weakens, night vision suffers. Glare blooms, headlights scatter. Darkness feels overwhelming instead of manageable. Light exposure uses up visual compounds every day. Screens, sunlight, headlights all take their toll. At night, the eye relies on blood flow to restore balance. If circulation is poor, that restoration slows. Performance drops, even if the eye itself is otherwise healthy. Bilberries help stabilize that process. Anthocyanins support capillary strength, reduce oxidative stress, and help the retina recover from daily light exposure. Instead of forcing stimulation, they improve the environment the eye needs to function well in the dark. Form matters. Fresh or frozen bilberries work best. A small serving is enough. Let them thaw naturally so the juice releases. That juice carries much of the benefit. If bilberries aren't available, a standardized extract can be useful, but quality matters. Look for clearly listed anthocyanin content. Pairing helps absorption. A little healthy fat or plain yogurt works well. Keep it simple. Avoid stacking them with high-dose vitamin C at the same time, which can interfere with uptake. Those who use bilberries consistently don't describe dramatic change. They describe ease. Less glare at night. Smoother adjustment when lights go off. A feeling that darkness no longer overwhelms the eyes. That's not imagination. It's circulation and rhythm being restored instead of slowly lost. Food number 3, black currant. There's a kind of eye strain most people never recognize. Not dryness, not blur. It's internal tension. The kind that builds quietly around delicate nerves and blood vessels, long before vision feels obviously off. It doesn't show up as pain. It shows up as pressure. Heavier eyes by evening, slower focus. A sense that reading takes more effort than it used to. Many people blame screens, or lighting, or time. But often, what's really happening is a loss of internal balance inside the eye. Black currants support the eyes in a different way than most foods. They don't stimulate, they stabilize. These dark berries provide a rare combination of vitamin C and gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA. GLA is a unique omega-6 fat that behaves nothing like the inflammatory oils people worry about. It helps calm low-grade inflammation, supports fragile blood vessels, and reinforces the collagen structures that help the eye maintain healthy tension. Inside the eye, circulation and pressure are tightly linked. When blood flow becomes strained, tissues stiffen. Drainage slows. Nerves work harder than they should. Vision doesn't suddenly fail. It quietly loses ease. Signals feel delayed. Focus feels heavier. The system is still working, but under tension. This is where black currants stand out. GLA supports elasticity in blood vessels and connective tissue, helping the eye adapt instead of resist. Vitamin C supports collagen integrity, which is essential for maintaining structure without rigidity. Together, they help the eye return toward balance rather than pushing it in one direction. This process matters most at night. During sleep, the body naturally works to relax vessels, reduce inflammatory buildup, and restore fluid balance. Black currants support that nighttime regulation, not by forcing change, but by giving tissues what they need to recover flexibility and calm. A modest amount is enough. A small serving of fresh or frozen black currants in the evening works well. Crushing them lightly helps release their oils and improves absorption. If fresh berries aren't available, black currant seed oil is an alternative, but it should always be taken raw. Heat damages GLA, and once it's gone, the benefit is lost. Pairing matters. A small amount of full-fat yogurt or cottage cheese helps carry GLA into circulation. Heavy meals late at night do the opposite. Keep digestion calm so the body can focus on restoration instead of processing overload. Those who use black currants consistently don't describe sharper vision overnight. They describe relief. Eyes that feel lighter, less internal pressure by evening. Reading that feels smoother instead of forced. A sense that the eyes aren't working against themselves anymore. That's not coincidence. That's internal balance returning where tension used to build quietly, night after night. Food number 2. Saffron. At some point, vision doesn't blur or sting. It dims. Colors feel flatter. Light loses its depth. Nothing hurts, nothing feels broken. But the world no longer looks as vivid as it once did. Many people assume this is normal, that it's just part of getting older. In reality, it's a sign that the light-sensing system itself is slowing down. This isn't about dry eyes. It isn't about focus. It's about photoreceptors. These are the cells in your retina that convert light into usable visual signals. When they lose responsiveness, vision doesn't disappear. It loses intensity. Contrast fades. Reading becomes more effortful. Brightness feels tiring instead of energizing. Saffron supports vision at this deeper level. These delicate red threads contain 2 rare compounds, crocin and crocatin, that are known for supporting photoreceptor function. Their role is precise. They help the retina respond to light more efficiently instead of forcing the system to work harder to compensate. What sets saffron apart is how it supports recovery, not stimulation. It doesn't push the eyes. It helps recalibrate sensitivity. During periods of rest, especially at night, the visual system naturally resets how it responds to light, contrast, and color. This is when photoreceptors recover from daily exposure and signaling fatigue. Saffron supports that reset instead of interrupting it. How saffron is used matters more than how much. It's potent in very small amounts and easily damaged by heat. 15 to 20 threads are enough. Steep them gently in warm milk or a non-dairy alternative. Warm, not hot. Boiling destroys what makes saffron effective. Let the color release slowly. That slow bloom signals the compounds are becoming available. A small amount of raw honey can help, not to sweeten the drink, but to support absorption and calm the nervous system. Drink it in the evening, unhurried. This works best as a quiet ritual, not something rushed between tasks. The body responds differently when the nervous system is relaxed. Those who use saffron consistently don't talk about instant sharpness. They talk about light feeling friendlier, colors looking richer again, reading feeling smoother without forcing focus. Vision feels responsive instead of dull. This isn't stimulation, it's reactivation, supporting tired photoreceptors so they can respond to light the way they were designed to, without strain. Before we get to number 1, notice the pattern. Everything so far supports repair while you sleep, quietly, gently. But there's one thing we haven't addressed yet: energy. Without it, repair slows down. At the start of this video, I mentioned one simple food: just a spoon. This is the one people never expect. Not rare, not expensive, and it doesn't just support the eyes, it recharges them. Food number 1, raw cacao. This is not chocolate, and it's not dessert. Raw cacao is something entirely different. And for the eyes, it works where almost everything else falls short. Raw cacao is rich in flavonols, especially one called epicatechin. Its role is simple and powerful: improve circulation, not stimulation, blood flow. Inside the eye, that means more oxygen, more nutrients, and better delivery to the retina during the hours when repair actually happens. With age, circulation to the eyes gradually declines. Not enough to cause pain, just enough to slow recovery. Cells receive less fuel. Mitochondria, the tiny energy centers inside those cells, lose efficiency. Vision doesn't fail suddenly. It dims, processing slows, detail feels muted. Raw cacao changes that environment. Epicatechin supports nitric oxide signaling, allowing blood vessels to relax and circulation to increase. More blood reaches the retina, more oxygen reaches the cells. And when this happens consistently, the eyes regain the energy they need to repair instead of simply endure. Form matters. Processed cocoa powder won't do this. Roasting strips away the very compounds that make cacao effective. Raw cacao is unheated and unprocessed. That's why it works. A small amount is enough. 1 tablespoon mixed into warm almond or cashew milk works well. Warm, not hot. Excess heat damages flavonols. Adding a little healthy fat, like coconut oil, helps extend delivery through the night. Keep it simple. This isn't about fullness. It's about timing. Those who use raw cacao consistently don't report a sugar rush. They describe warmth, relaxation, eyes that feel energized but calm, vision that feels clearer in the morning, not strained. This isn't stimulation. It's restoration. Giving your eyes the circulation and energy they need to repair themselves the way they were designed to. What matters most now isn't doing everything at once. That's where overwhelm sets in and progress stops. The eyes respond better to rhythm than overload, especially at this stage of life. You don't need all 8 foods every day. 1 or 2, used consistently, is enough to restart the repair process. Real improvement doesn't announce itself. It shows up quietly. Less glare at night. Eyes that feel calmer in the morning. Reading that feels easier without forcing focus. These are signs the system is responding. That's how natural repair works. This isn't about chasing youth or reversing time. It's about giving your eyes what they need now, so they can do the job they were designed to do. Vision doesn't fade overnight, and it doesn't return overnight either. But when the right nutrients arrive at the right time, the body often responds faster than people expect. If this video helped you see your habits differently, support the channel by giving it a like. Not for hype, but so this information reaches others who care about their health the same way you do. Subscribe if you want more clear, practical guidance like this without noise or fear. And let me know in the comments. Which one of these foods will you start with tonight?